What is going on out there, peeps? I've been doing videos now for a couple years talking about NESARA, GESARA. And I know there's a lot of other people out there doing the same thing. But all of a sudden, people have taken the 17-letter movement and NESARA, GESARA, merged them together, and you got all these hokey-pokey stories out there. You got stories about people going to Gitmo and clones running around and all this crap. It's a lie, okay? I told you guys I work with CVine News. CVine News covers the actual Gitmo trials. No politician's been there. No entertainer's been there. Nobody's been executed. All that is a lie. CVine News has been having to deal with that BS for a long time, and they keep trying to tell people, look, we're the people responsible for covering the Gitmo trials. Nobody's been sent here that's a politician or an entertainer. No American citizen is going to get sent there for tribunals. It's just not going to happen. As many times as I tell people that, they still fall for it. And then all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy because I'm trying to tell you the truth. Stop falling for that. So here I am again, fixing another lie that's out there. People talking about the QFS system, the quantum financial system. They're making claims that, you know, there's a YouTuber out there claiming that he sits on the board of directors. And, you know, he signs an NDA, and, you know, you have to be in, what is that, 5-dimensional or 5D consciousness before you can get on it, and God runs it in the whole 9 yards. It's a bunch of BS, people. And then when I come through and try to tell you guys the truth, you guys are so caught up into those stories and you believe them so much that you guys attack me for telling you the truth. You guys don't want to hear the truth. You guys suffer from cognitive dissonance. You're so convinced that those make-believe stories are real that you're not willing to hear the truth. As I was talking about the quantum financial system, I noticed that people keep conflating things. They're like, no, the quantum financial system and XRP is going to be on the system. It's going to be backed by gold. It's going to be the most secure system. And I was like, wait, whoa, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, you know, the ISO 222 system. I was like, no, stop. Where are you guys hearing that from? I can only guess. You got to understand that the system that they're talking about, the XRP is going to be on, is not the quantum financial system. The quantum financial system runs on quantum technology. Right now, there's only one platform. That's out there that is being adopted for the new quantum blockchain technology, which is the QAN, and that's Ethereum. I did a video showing you guys that. So there's no XRP on no quantum financial system. What they're talking about, the ISO 222 system, is that there's a handful of cryptocurrencies, not just XRP. There's a handful of cryptocurrencies that are going to be ISO compliant, so they can be used on the new SWIFT 2.0 system. Yeah, you know, the SWIFT system that the bankers used, the same evil bankers that we supposedly created cryptocurrencies for to get away from. And I remember when cryptos first came out and everybody's like, yeah, it's peer-to-peer, total anonymity. Nobody's going to know our business. We get to circumvent the bankers. There's no regulations, no taxes, no nothing. And I was like, yeah, that's disruptive technology. And yeah, it's a matter of time before the government puts their mitts into it. And sure enough, they are. There's no such thing as total anonymity on the internet. Not at all. I know they tell you that, but it's not the truth. So if we're creating cryptocurrencies to circumvent the corrupt banking system, I don't understand why people would celebrate cryptocurrencies that are actually bed buddies with the same evil bankers we're talking about. Yeah, like XRP and Ripple. You hear me call them the New World Order coin. People are getting mad. They go, it's not the New World Order coin. It's the choice of the New World Order. That's one of the cryptocurrencies. I'm going to show you them all. I told you, you don't have to hear it from me. I'll let you hear it straight from the mouth of the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse. I've done it before. I've made videos showing you that. So now I'm going to go through and explain to you the difference between the quantum computing system, which is the quantum financial system, and the new SWIFT 2.0 system, which XRP is involved with. You guys are conflating the two. They're not together at all. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And you really should be thinking about buying gold and silver. Really need something outside of this system, and you'll see why here in just a moment. So when you go to buy gold and silver, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will give you a free ½ ounce of silver. So first things first, you guys hear me call this guy Turtle Man, because he looks like a turtle, okay? This is Augustine from the Bank of International Settlement. The BIS is the central bank to the central banks around the world. Now, I play this video all the time to remind you why it is we do not want to get involved with the central bank digital currency. The very same central bank digital currency that Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple are helping create. But first, let's hear why it is we don't want the central bank digital currency.
All our analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash. And there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today.
Starts off by saying, here's the difference. He's going to compare cash to the CBDC. He's saying with cash, we have no idea who has it and what they're doing with the money. That's none of their business what we do with our money. Now, we understand there are people out there that do nefarious things with different types of currencies, but that's what they're going to use as an excuse to force you into the CBDC. Well, they start out by saying, look, we can't keep track of what happens with money. We have no idea who has it and what they do with it.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control.
Now, with the CBDC, the central banks will have absolute control
on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability.
You heard me explain before, when you deposit money into the bank, you become the bank's liability. So when he says the central bank's liability, he's talking about you. He says they will have absolute control over what it is you can do with your money. If they can't get you to change your mind about the Second Amendment rights or get you to give up your guns, or they can't confiscate your guns here in America, you know what they can do? Make sure that the CBDC is not used to purchase guns or ammunition. So essentially, they're violating our rights. If you speak out against the government, they have the right to fine you. That violates your First Amendment rights. If they can prevent you from spending the only form of money out there to buy guns or ammunition, then they violate our Second Amendment rights. Do you see how this works? They're going to adopt China's social scoring.
And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
And they will have the technology to enforce that. In other words, they have the technology and a way to determine what it is you can and can't do with your money, and you have no say-so. I just wanted to remind you again that the central bank digital currency is not our friend. It's not good. This is ran by the evil bankers. And Ripple is helping with the central bank digital currency. As we move on, I want to make sure that you got a firm understanding what the ISO 222 system is. Because people go, oh, this is the quantum financial system. Nope, no, it's not. Listen.
When people communicate, they often get confused and end up misunderstanding each other. Take the word football, for instance. It might mean one thing to an American, and something entirely different to a Brit. Well, it's no different in the business world, where the stakes are way higher. Here, a simple misunderstanding can lead to disastrous consequences. So how do you improve communication, make sense of different meanings, standards, and formats, and get everyone in the financial sector on the same page? Easy, by using ISO 20022, the international standard that's designed to simplify global business communication. You see, ISO 20022 solves communication confusion. How? Well, it offers a global dictionary of common language that everyone can understand, so information can be processed and exchanged worldwide, clearly and consistently, making it easier than ever to communicate financial information between people and systems. What's more, ISO 20022 is a free and open standard, which means that anyone, anywhere can add their 2 cents to the dictionary to help write and build solid business standards right across the globe. Not only does ISO 20022 streamline communication for payments, securities, funds, foreign exchange trading, and credit card sectors, it also reduces risk, big time. ISO 20022, because common understanding leads to effective communication and makes doing business a whole lot easier. To learn
So ISO 222, all it is a communicational system. That's it. The problem with the systems that we had in the old SWIFT system was the communicational barriers. There was constantly misunderstandings during transactions, what can cause delays or money to go to the wrong place. This is a new system. This SWIFT 2.0 system is ISO 222. All it is a communicational system. That's it. It's open source, so anybody can contribute to it. It has nothing to do with quantum whatsoever. No quantum financial system. It never said that they're part of the quantum financial system. They're not involved with the quantum financial system at all. The central bank digital currency obviously is ISO 222 compliant. Like I said, Ripple's help putting together. Now I tell people that, so Ripple is the platform and XRP is their token. And I say they're involved with the New World Order. They're part of the New World Order. They're just one cryptocurrency, that is. And people go, no, they're not, man. They're going to be part of they're white hats, quantum financial system backed by gold. No, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's listen to the CEO of Ripple tell you about the New World Order. The Crypto Gazette, what does it say? Ripple is part of the New World Order. Its tech boasted a company raise in usage by 800%. So it says here, the New World Order, while Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse was speaking to Bloomberg in Singapore just recently, he stated that Ripple has already managed to outperform the traditional payment system SWIFT. On the other hand, he said that he would be happy if both companies could serve the very same goal and be a part of the New World Order. I'll leave this article for you. If that's not enough, let's just listen to what he has to say himself.
Dynamic that SWIFT isn't able to support that we're able to address right now. And that's something we saw just in the last couple of weeks. So we certainly want to see banks succeed in this New World Order, and take it.
And if that's not enough.
Brad, what do you have to say to that?
Well, I think we are moving into a new world order. I think the Internet of Value.
There are a handful of cryptocurrencies that are already ISO 222 compliant. Now, here's what you have to ask yourself. Okay, so what? But I want to make a lot of money off these cryptocurrencies. And I'll let you know what cryptocurrencies, and the odds are they'll make pretty good money. They're going to be protected by the New World Order. But you can make all the money you want. You can make millions of dollars off those cryptocurrencies. You could jump up and down and be excited about it. But when you go to convert those cryptos back into your currency, which will be the central bank digital currency, guess what? There is an expiration date on the currency. There's no way in heck they're going to let you save that money. You're not going to be able to retire on it. You can have it, but they're going to take it away from you just as soon as you get it. So do you think they care if you make a lot of money? As long as you assist them pushing us into the New World Order. And how you do that is by supporting them and buying their cryptocurrencies. But let's get back to quantum real quick. A quantum computer system uses quantum technology. Basically, what quantum technology is a type of system that has the ability to quickly calculate solutions. They do it at neck-breaking speed, but it's also very dangerous for cryptocurrencies. Quantum computers and the Bitcoin blockchain, an analysis of the impact quantum computers might have on the Bitcoin blockchain. One of the most well-known applications of quantum computers is breaking the mathematical difficulties underlining most of the currently used cryptography. Since Google announced that it achieved quantum supremacy, there has been an increasing number of articles on the web predicting the demise of currently used cryptography in general, and Bitcoin in particular. The goal of this article is to present a balanced view regarding the risk that quantum computers pose to Bitcoin. It's because the technology used in the encryption in Bitcoin uses an algorithm or a mathematical problem created by an algorithm that's really difficult. And when you mine Bitcoins, its job is to solve the mathematical problem. When it does, then you get rewarded for mining those transactions. So that's how it works. See, and it's supposed to be really impossible for it to be hacked. They're saying that our current supercomputers, it would take them 10,000 years to hack that encryption. But you see, quantum computing, that system could do it in 10 seconds. Okay, so I'll leave the article so you can come in here and get a better understanding how the quantum system works and how it's a threat to cryptocurrencies. I just want to move on and keep things simplified. The ISO 222 cryptos, that's right, there are more than 5 compliant, by the way. So for those of you going, what is a good investment? Well, you might consider investing into these cryptos if you don't mind supporting the New World Order. So it says right here, the world of institutional global wire transfers and cryptos have long stood at odds with one another. The advent of cryptocurrency threatens to unseat international money wiring as a centralized service. Yet now, thanks to the ISO 222, it seems like these services might be able to coexist and deliver the best of both worlds. But what are the crypto assets to buy in order to best benefit from the coming standard? Luckily, there are a variety of ISO cryptos to pick through. Now, this should be in full swing by August of this year. Right now, they're having problems. We know in the Bahamas that they have been down now for 2 weeks. They've launched their central bank digital currency and it's failing for some reason. But they'll work the kinks out and they're going to force you into this. You're not going to have a choice. That's why you need gold and silver outside of the system. I'll leave this here so you can go and see all these different things. It explains why these cryptos are compatible and what is expected of them. The central bank digital currency is adapted to this platform. That's what it was created for. Ripple helped make that happen. So over here, they tell you what the future is for cryptocurrencies. Look at this. The ISO 222 standard does threaten, again, it says does threaten, to get in the way of some cryptos. There are a number of experts who believe adoption of the standard will get in the way of cryptos like Bitcoin and keep them from becoming ubiquitous as international money transfer plays. However, that's not the case for a handful of ISO 222 cryptos. There are 5 digital currencies that adhere, in other words, they're ISO compliant, making them apt plays for the year to come as SWIFT adopts the format. So all that Ripple did was help with the ISO, the communication system, and created a new SWIFT 2.0 system. So the same evil bankers that we wanted to get away from, these people help create the new banking system. No, this one's not backed by gold or silver. No, this isn't the quantum financial system. What New World Order cryptos can you invest in and help those very evil bankers enslave everybody here? Well, you have Ripple, that's the platform. Their coin is the XRP. You have Stellar Loomis, their crypto is XLM. You have Ecstasy, IOTA, Algorand, Hedera Hashgraph, Quant, and Cardano. And they've added some other ones. Which ones are those, Pimpy? How about Solana and Crypto.com? So some of these we do watch. Cardano, that's part of the New World Order crypto. Solana, that's part of the New World Order. XRP, part of the New World Order. You've seen them. They are compliant, ISO 222 compliant. And here is the other one, crypto.com. That one as well. Here's Algorand. You notice how these particular cryptos are moving into the top 25 cryptos. So yeah, of course, they're going to be protected. They're going to be a good investment. But like I said, what good is you making millions and helping everybody move into the central bank digital currency? What good is it? Especially when they put expiration on your money. And they're going to do that. So those are the cryptos that are already ISO 222 compliant. I love how people are so excited about this. Oh, yeah, XRP, come on, New World Order. Let's do this. Let's go enslave the world. You don't think they're going to enslave the world? Well, I just showed you what Squirtle said. Turtle Man came out and told you they're going to create the money, the central bank digital currency. They're going to be able to tell you what you can and can't do with your money, and they have the technology to do it. And I'll leave this article for you to read as well. See, I'm not the only one who thinks this way. Central bank digital currency and the Orlean New World Order, the proposed authoritarian evolution of centrally issued digital currency, takes the world closer to dystopia. That's not good, you guys. This article is long, and this sucker lays it out perfectly. And it's telling you how they want to move us into a digital currency ran by our central banks. They are going to put an expiration date on your money. What does that mean? Then you're a slave because you're perpetually working. What do you mean, Pimpy? Well, if you can't save the money because it expires, how can you ever retire? You can't put money aside because if you do, it expires. So you have to work your whole life. You don't have generational wealth transfer because they're saying that's not going to happen anymore. The money goes to the state. And even if they did allow you to transfer the money, again, the money will have an expiration on it and it'll disappear. So you're constantly working. There's no freedom. You're not going to be able to save. That's why you need gold and silver outside the system. They're trying to use the China's version of social scoring is what they want to do. And so you can get punished for not following the government's orders. That's not good. This is a debt-based income. That's why they need you to continue to spend in order to have the type of economy that they want. So what they're going to also do is start getting everybody hooked on universal basic income. Again, another tool they use to sucker you into the system. You see, everybody's going to go, oh yeah, I get free money. Yeah, you do. But now you're stuck in the system. Canada is already talking about this. The Democrats here in the United States are talking about this. They want to give us universal basic income, claiming that the RONA, it's how convenient, because of the coronavirus, that people are not able to get out of work. They can't make the money. The supply chains are down, the whole 9 yards. It's up to the government. Again, the government getting way too involved in our life. It's up to the government to give us money. And that's where universal basic income is going to start coming in. And the only way you get that money is through a central bank digital currency. See how they pull you into that system? See, the only way you can get your UBI is if you agree to use the central bank digital currency. See, it says, if we consider a possible future with universal basic income, money with an expiration date could reduce lower income individuals to a role as peer consumers. They would exist as vessels to spend money to keep the economy moving, but they would have no ability to save, to start a business, or improve their lifestyle. The psychology inherent in a money giveaway program would incline people to maintain their lifestyle, never advancing, but growing more agitated as others advance around them. One of the problems with attaching an expiration date to money is that more restrictions are added to produce the desired inflation. In a stagnation economy, individuals typically want to save, invest, and pay off debt because there are concerns about keeping their jobs and making ends meet. Although setting the expiration date on money prevents savings, more restrictions are needed to prevent people from investing and paying off their debt with their newfound helicopter money. Yeah, the universal basic income. By the way, they will allow you to sell gold and silver and get your central bank digital currency, but you cannot use the central bank digital currency to buy gold and silver. You see, they need you entrapped into the system. See, in here, they even referenced Turtle Man right here when he said absolute control over the use of the money. They didn't lie. They said, we're going to control it all. They will remove your freedom of speech. They're already working on it now by censoring. So here, they just take your money away. They know you need that more than anything else. They'll do away with our Second Amendment rights because they'll just make sure that you can't spend the money on it. They already tried that when MasterCard and credit cards came out, trying to say that you cannot use that to buy weapons. See, they're already doing these little test grounds to see how people would react. And then they can force you to spend it on what they want you to spend it on. Look at this. With programmable central bank digital currency, central banks would have the ability to force individuals to finance political pet projects. For example, because of the growing concerns about climate change, a central bank could manipulate the money so that it can only be spent on green businesses. Yeah, so that means you're forced to accept their products and services, even though there might be a better one out there. If the right person had enough influence, perhaps the next round of stimulus would not be able to be spent on beef, but perhaps only on vegetables, edible bug paste, pod-based real estate. See what I'm saying? This is what they can do with this. This is where we're going. So you keep going out there and you buy XRP and you buy XLM, Solana, Cardano, Hashgraph, IOTA, Crypto.com, you know, all those ISO 222 compliant New World Order cryptos. This article goes on to say the only free money is cryptos like Bitcoin, but the ISO 222 system would eventually eliminate those types of cryptocurrencies unless they were compliant. So the conclusion down here says this: when it comes to the tyrannical possibilities of the central bank digital currency, Bitcoin is truly freedom money. With the US and the West follow the path of China, which intends to implement a highly authoritarian monetary system to further control its populace? Or will they embrace a neutral, permissionless option that is in line with the foundations of which the United States was built, which is your Bitcoin and gold and silver? No, the XRP is not on the quantum financial system supported by gold, nor is XLM. None of them in here say they are backed by precious metals. Not a single one of them. On none of these articles. You could read them. You can even go see where the SWIFT system's talking about these coins. It never says ever that they are on a quantum financial system, and it never says that they're backed by precious metals. It doesn't say that the white hats control them. It doesn't say that you have to be in D5 consciousness. It doesn't say you have to sign an NDA. Do you see what I'm saying? They've been lying to you all this time. I keep telling you, warning you, but I'm the bad guy. I said I was going to do a video because I noticed people were conflating what XRP was doing, which was helping with the ISO 222 system, conflating that with the quantum financial system. Two different systems altogether. So again, you don't have to take my word for it. Look at Ripple partners with Digital Pound Foundation for Development of British CBDC, but not just here, around the world. So Ripple is involved with the central bank digital currency. That is not the quantum financial system. This is the New World Order banking system. I'll leave these links in the articles for the articles, and you can come and read them for yourself. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Please hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it, and I'll catch you later. I'm out.